Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, My Vagabond Style. I'm Debbie, and I'm still in the fodder, you guys. I'm like so obsessed with this. I love it. So what I've done, this is what we did last time. So if you haven't watched part one, there is a part one. You can jump in at any time with these, but part one will show you all these other ones that I've done here. So this is what we worked on last time. We did some beautiful, look at that one. That's like one of my favorites. We did that. We did a bunch of these easy peasy flowers. And these are using this paper right here, this magazine. They're all made, the ones I did last time were all with magazine images. And I love that. This was done with a food magazine and turned out quite nice. And then we did just some little leaves, which will be great for putting in the back of these, something like this. Yeah, those turned out really nice. And then we also did this one right here, another favorite of mine. And then we did this one also. We just did the drawing of it. I didn't cut that one out, but that's this one right here. So I thought today we would go ahead and do some other fun ones. What I'm going to do with these, I decided I had an ephemera holder that I made years ago, and it has like my junk journaling stuff in it, but I'm not junk journaling anymore. So I'm going to take this stuff out and replace it with the beautiful fodder that we're making. So this will be nice. I can see it really easy and just grab what I need. So I'm happy that I'll be trading this out. Um, yeah, so I'll do that. Let me get this stuff out of the way. I think we'll do this one. This one's really easy. And you can do it. I did this with like a yellow background. This was a food background, but you could do this with even, let's see, what do we want to do this one with? We could do it with this one. Get a little green in there. So what you do, I've got my Posca pins. This is all I'm using. I've got Posca, and then I've got a Sharpie fine tip. And then I've got a Sharpie. This says fine point, but after you use these a little bit, they kind of are not fine point anymore. That's okay. And then I have a good gel pen. This one's a jelly roll, and it's 08 is the tip. Really easy. You just draw a line straight down, or you can curve it, whatever you want to do. And actually, these are kind of nice if you make them a little bit fatter. So I think Posca makes an even thicker pin if you wanted to get one of those. But this is what I had, so I just used this one. So you draw one circle on the top. You draw another circle here and one matching it on the other side. And you just do that all the way down. You can do as many as you want. Okay. And then you take your fine point. I've got a fine point Sharpie. And then you just make a start in the middle and just start going around. Just keep going around and around until you like hit the edge. Sometimes even if I hit the edge, I'll just keep going because maybe I have a little bit more on one side than the other. And then do the same thing on the other ones. It doesn't have to be perfect, but look how easy that is. I feel like if I, do a ton of these, it'd just be so nice to have my little ephemera book filled with this stuff that I can just go in and grab. Now, if you wanted to outline that in white, you could outline it in white like we've done with a lot of the others. I kind of like this just black, but whatever you want to do. Okay, so there's that one. And here was another one in a kind of greenish that I did. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do, okay, these are like I think these are my favorite. Look how pretty that is. So you can do it with any color you want. We could do it with like, let's see, we could do it with these flowers right here. You know what? Let's just do it with the, I always change my mind. Let's just do it with the food because I want to show you how it really doesn't matter what kind of magazine you have. It's the color. So this one. All right. Doesn't matter which way. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see it a little better. Um, all right. So to start with this one, you're just going to do one petal. Okay. And then the next petal, you're going to go from, you're almost going to have a full petal. See how this is almost a full petal, but it kind of cuts off right there on the corner. So I hope I'm explaining this okay. Then you're just do another petal right there. You do it almost looks like a bumblebee. Do another one like that. Okay, and then the other two are going to be just a half a petal like that. And then on the top, I was making them, you can make them round on the top if you like the round better, or you can do the square. I've kind of been making the square ones now, but you could do whatever. And then sometimes I will fill them in and sometimes I won't with the black and just do the opposite. It just depends on the flower what I think will work. Okay, so then this part you just go up like this and make your square. So since this one, I'm going to make that black. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the white Posca pen, or you know what, I'm going to stick with the black because I'm letting that dry. With the small fine tip Sharpie, I'm going to do these little lines right here. Just one line and then 3 dots. Or if you don't have enough room, just do 2 dots. Hope you can see as I'm doing that. And that one I kind of went with the same angle as the leaf. If you just go straight, that's okay. It's going to still look good. I'm just kind of telling you the little tips that since I've been doing it, that kind of make it look a little nicer is when you curve with that petal. And then I will go back and make my little dots on here. And if they, it won't work too good if the black has not dried, but that one is okay. So you can choose whether or not you like it. Do I have any here without the, I think all the ones I've done, I've put the black line on. So let me not put the black line on that one. Black line, the white line through it. I won't put the white line through that one, and then we'll just see if we like that. So let me cut that out real quick. Okay, you guys. So it's like, how long have I been fasting now? I've been talking about this every now and then. I have been on a intermittent fasting now for like 10 days, I think it's been, maybe a little bit longer. Um, still, I still haven't weighed myself, but I feel good doing this, and I'll give you a report when I weigh myself. I'll probably weigh next week. I just didn't want to do it real quick because I'm not changing how I'm eating. So this is like the long haul way to do it. This is no quick fix, I'm sure. Oh, you guys, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's from food. How crazy is that? So, anyways, yeah, it's not going to be a quick fix, and that's okay. Um, because if it's something that I can do, and even if I lost like a pound a week, that is fine, or a pound every other week. If I don't have to really, um, if I just have to fast, I've been fasting till, let's see, so I don't eat until about 10, sometimes 10:15, and then don't I don't eat anything after dinner. So if I'm done eating dinner at 6 o'clock, I don't eat anything. And that was probably the hardest thing. Like, I'm not really a morning eater. So the morning was not a big deal for me. It's more the evening. And then also, my happy hours, we have curbed the happy hours. So not drinking the white wine in the evening should help. I think I've had like a half a glass of wine in, so I think it's been about, yeah, 2 weeks since I stopped the happy hour business. Party pooper. Oh, I think I'm gonna like this one too. Okay, look at that, you guys. Can you see that? Yeah, it's so pretty and so easy. Come on, it's circles and a swirl. You can do this one. Okay, so let's see. What should we do next? Let's do this leaf. And what should we do it on? I think I'm going to do it on this one right here. I like to do it where kind of natural leaves are. Okay, we're going to do a big one on this one. Okay, so that's it. This one actually, I had made a little end to it. See the end? But it doesn't really matter. If you wanted to do it with a little opening there, you could. Otherwise, you can close it. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around on the outside of this right next to it. So it's a little double line, the thick line and then the smaller line. And then down the center, I'm going to do 2 lines. Do one here and then one right next to it. Okay, and then on one side, it doesn't matter which, either side, I'm just going to draw some lines. And we'll go this way. Just starting at that middle double line and then stopping at the fine line on the outside. Okay. And then this one, I had little, they're almost like holes. We'll call them holes. And they were just little spots. Okay. Make that one a little bigger. And then once that dries, you can go around it with the white gel pen. You know what? I'm not going to do it at this second. I'll cut it out first because it's still a little wet. And I like to leave a little edge on the outside of all of them. See, I didn't go right up against the black on the outside. I left the edge. Okay, so here, I think that's probably dry enough. I'm just gonna draw squiggly. They're not gonna match up. I don't want them to match up exactly. They're just kind of crazy. Just like that. And then if you had, a couple of these different sizes, they would be really pretty together. Okay, so there's that one. All right, the next one I want to show you is this one. This one is really fun. And let's do, excuse me, let's do this one. What other papers do we have here? Do it with the, you can do it with this. Ooh, but there's this. Let's do it with this one. Okay, so this one, you're just going to draw like these weird circles on top of each other. So I'll start like right here and just draw a circle. Okay, and then the next one, I'm going to draw a bigger circle. And you just keep getting bigger. See how it's not an exact circle? I'm just like catching the bottom here and going just slightly bigger than the last time. And you can actually see how I did this one and made it curve. You can make them curve, you can make them straight. And you want to stop there, you want to make it bigger, whatever kind of project you're working on. I think for that one. And then here on the bottom, I'm just going to make the base and color that in. Now you can also make it so you have dots in the middle. You could make this one polka dotted if you want. That might be kind of fun. You could try that. Let's give it a whirl. I've never done one of these with polka dots. Of course, I think I've only made 3 of these so far. So you guys are helping me make my stash. This is, although you know what, I would be sitting here doing this anyway today if I wasn't making a video, just because they're so fun. And then I could go around it with the white pen, or I could just leave it. Let's cut it out and see what we think. So last time I showed you in my random journal, my random glue book, I showed you what just throwing a couple of these in there did, and I'm really excited to be able to use that. So my next random glue book video, I will be putting these inside there, and the fruit of my labor will be happening right there. Okay, I think that's really cute. So I could make another one, or I could go ahead and let's just go ahead and put a little bit of white around the edge and see. I'm a little nervous because I really like it the way it is. What do you think? Would you leave it? It's so perfect. I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I'm not doing the white. Okay. So anyways, there's that one. Let's let's see. Let's do another flower. I'm going to have us do these. Don't be scared. Okay. These would be great in red, like poinsettias. Poinsettias. See, look how wonky that one is. It's got like this weird leaf that comes out of nowhere, but it still works. Or if like when if I don't like that extra weird leaf right there, when I go to put it down, I can make sure that I don't have any right here, but I can make sure that I have like a leaf, coming off the edge so you wouldn't see it. Anyway, let's play with these. So these right here, see how that turquoise is? It was done with something like this, where it's just a plain turquoise paper or magazine page. And then this one was a salad. So let's go with, well, let's do one of these with one of the flowers. Why not? Okay. I have to say, this one is probably this is one of the more difficult ones for me. Like for you, it might not be. I don't know. It's just the placement of all these leaves right here. But let me give this one a try. So when I make this leaf, I like to do these kind of teardrop looking ones, right? And then now I'm going to make the center part. I'm going to go and I'm going to try to do like 3 leaves, and then I'll put the rest in afterwards. So we'll do that again right there. And then I'm going to go, so it's almost like a prop on a boat. Okay, so there's 3 of them. Now here's the weird part, is because I should have made these probably a little bigger and they would have worked better, but I didn't. So we'll go and do this again. And we'll do another one to fill in that hole. See, that's weird. That poor baby needs some help. But I'm going to trust the process and keep going. Oops. See, I get all weirded out when it gets to this point, but okay. So we've got the 5 leaves there, or 6. 6. Okay. Now this one, I do tend to like to have the centers dark. So I'm going to color the center in. This one has a huge center. Like these leaves should have been way, way bigger. I bet you it'll still look good. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the little Sharpie, the fine Sharpie, while that's drying, and I'm just going to do the inside here. And the inside, as you can see here, has the stripe right here and then the dots. So I'm just going to do a line and the dots again. 2 or 3, doesn't really matter, however you have room for. Some of them are going to have 2 for mine, some of them are going to have 3. All right, and then what I like to do on this one is go around this with the white gel pen. I'm trying to tilt it so you guys can see what I'm doing. I hope you can. And then for these, for me, it's just easier to keep turning my paper. Okay, that was the wonky leaf. And actually, by the time you get the white over the top of it, it kind of just hides it. This one right here was the really weirded out leaf. And by the time I got the white over it, it just kind of hid it. Okay, so the center, I can either do dots or I could do a squiggle or whatever else you come up with. But I'm going to do the swirl, maybe. The pin is, sometimes the pin, especially if that is a little wet, it will make my pin act up. That must be a little bit wet. Okay, let's cut this one out. Okay, you guys, it's going to be 110 here today. 110. Woo! We are already making plans to go to Colorado for a little bit to kind of get out of the heat for just a bit and see some family. And then we may carry on and go to Montana. Or if we decide, you know what, we had a good break, we're ready to go back home, we might go back home, come back home. So I know that one of my subbies is in Colorado and I think lives fairly close to my sister. That's Joy Meadows. She leaves nice comments all the time. So Joy, if you're watching this, it'd be super fun to meet up. Let me know if you're up for it, and I'll give you my dates. Okay, look at this. Look at that, you guys. So pretty. So yeah, I would think just having a ton of these in my little folder. Yeah, how nice this will be. I can take this out because I haven't been using any of that. I can still use it on some of my collages, but I'm going to put it in a little box that I have. But look how nice this will be. You can just grab them and go. So pretty. I'm definitely going to make some more of those off camera. Oops, sorry. I got a little carried away. Anyway, so whatever. I also wanted to show you what I did was I took one of these. It's just some, like, not cardstock. I think it was off of a journal that I had torn some pages out of, and I cut it down to postcard size. And I just wanted to show you how good they look on here. So like if we took, I don't know, say even one of these, we just did that. Look how cute that is. Okay, so you know what? Let's glue it down. Let's make something. Okay, we'll just stick this on here. I probably shouldn't have went all the way down because I could put something tucked behind it, but I don't think I'm going to need it. So like if I just put that right there, and if I had my sewing machine out, I could sew something on here. But since I don't, what if we just draw something around it? What if we just drew like we were sewing, and then maybe we did a zigzag stitch all the way around here. I almost feel like I need this just a little bit thicker, but that's okay. We'll leave it there for now. What I mean is, like, I kind of feel like if I made this just a little darker, it would look better. And then we zigzag. Yeah, I like it. So anyway, I'm just trying to show you what you could do with some of this stuff. And then I would put that clear varnish on there, and I think that would be really pretty. And then I could make it a postcard. So, or if you junk journal, you could make it a journaling card, whatever you want to do. I have more to show you, you guys. There's more, lots more of these different types of flowers. So I will make a third, part three, and we'll go over some of the other ones that I have. So I hope you enjoyed this. I sure did. And I will catch you next time, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.